Good morning, Jefferson City. Welcome to the NT Daily, our last one for the week for Thursday, August 13th. Today, a proposed new trail to Riverside Park is running into some resistance from nearby homeowners, property owners. Back to school season is here. As you can tell, with Lincoln University and Jefferson City Public Schools had some back to school events, and two major election lawsuits involving Secretary of State Denny Hoskins are headed to the Cole County courtroom next week. So those are kind of a quick overview of what we're covering today. And let's start with this morning, a proposed trail to Ellis Porter Riverside Park that has been in the works for several years. Several property owners are raising concerns about where exactly that trail would go. Jefferson City Parks has proposed a 10-foot wide trail running from the intersection of St. Louis Road and East McCarty Street to Riverside Park. City documents say it would provide pedestrian access to the park for more than 700 Jefferson City residents. The city previously estimated the project at around $1 million, with the Parks Department setting aside $500,000 to match a $500,000 grant. The project is hitting some bumps. Will and Sarah Spurgeon, who own Boulder Creek Lawn and Landscape on St. Louis Road, say the proposed route would cut into their retail space, including 2 greenhouses and areas they use for landscaping materials. They told the Parks and Recreation Commission this week that if the trail moves ahead as currently proposed, they would likely have to relocate their business. Parks Director Aaron Griffgrass says the city is continuing to work with the property owners in hopes of finding a solution that everyone can live with. And as someone who enjoys both local businesses and trails, this feels like a very local city Parks and Recreation Leslie Knope kind of problem, but hopefully we will just keep an eye on it and everybody can come to an agreement. Today's show is sponsored by MU Healthcare. If you're looking for advanced heart care close to home, MU Healthcare offers the region's most comprehensive cardiovascular services and is accepting new patients in Columbia and Jefferson City. From preventative heart screenings and diagnostic testing to leading-edge care for complex conditions, you can find the support and expertise you need. Call 573-88-HEART to schedule an appointment today or visit muhealth.org/heartcarenow to learn more. If you needed another reminder that summer is just about over, we've got 2 of them this morning. We had several articles in the News Tribune about back to school. First, Lincoln University welcomed about 700 students to campus Wednesday for move-in day, including first-time students, transfers, and graduate students. For incoming students, it was the usual move-in day combination of excitement. Parents trying not to cry, and everybody trying to remember which box they put the phone charger in. That is a common problem at my house. Across town, Jefferson City Public Schools is getting ready for students to return as well. The district welcomed roughly 100 new teachers this week. Feels like a lot. About 60% of them are new to the teaching profession, while the remaining 40% are coming to Jefferson City from elsewhere with previous classroom experience. District Teacher of the Year Emily Mingus encouraged those teachers to find their village and lean on their colleagues as the school year begins. Jefferson City students return to class August 24th, which means, parents, we're almost there. We have officially entered that magical part of August where everyone is simultaneously excited for school to start and wondering how we are supposed to be at the door by 7:30 in the morning every day again. We are at the point where my kids are finally excited to go back to school, which feels like a success to me. And since school starts for us next week, it might also be time to remember that children have to take lunch with them, or could be taking lunch with them. Thankfully, Hen House has plenty of options this week to help you get back into school lunch mode. You can get Kretschmar oven-roasted herb and garlic or buffalo chicken breast for $9.99 a pound, perfect for sandwiches. There are King's Hawaiian mini sub rolls, Gala apples, baby carrots, and red seedless grapes in the produce aisle. That pretty much takes care of the lunchbox. And if you need dinner after spending an evening filling out school forms and trying to remember your child's lunch account password, Family Pack boneless, skinless chicken breast is $2.99 a pound, and Family Pack top sirloin steaks are $6.99 a pound. Go see our friends at Hen House at 1904 Southwest Boulevard to get all of your back-to-school needs taken care of. Now we're headed to the courts down the street, Cole County Courthouse, where 2 major fights over Missouri's November ballot are moving quickly. Trials are now set for Tuesday. In Cole County Courthouse down the street, 2 lawsuits against Secretary of State Denny Hoskins. Both involve ballot measures Hoskins determined were unconstitutional and should not appear on the November ballot. The first involves a referendum seeking a public vote on the Missouri 1st congressional map, which was approved by lawmakers during a 2025 special session. The second involves a citizen initiative that would protect the initiative petition process and would have appeared on the ballot as Amendment 6. The congressional map case is scheduled for 1:30 Tuesday afternoon, followed by the Amendment 6 case at 3 o'clock. Republican national and state party committees have also been allowed to intervene in the congressional map case, and regardless of what happens Tuesday, attorneys on both sides expect these cases to be appealed potentially all the way to the Missouri Supreme Court. There is a pretty tight clock here. September 8th is the final day. Changes can be made to the November ballot, so the courts have less than a month to sort this out. And if it feels like Missouri elections have recently become part campaign, part constitutional law seminar, you're not imagining things, because that's how I feel. So we will be following both places. We will be down the street at the Cole County Courthouse next week, and we will keep you updated. Today's show is also sponsored by Coleman Appliance. They're family-owned, locally rooted, with more than 70 years of combined experience on their sales floor. So when you walk into their 4,000 square foot showroom, you're talking to people who actually know appliances. Coleman Appliance carries top brands like GE, Bosch, Frigidaire, Speed Queen, and more, and they stay on top of the latest manufacturer rebates and promotions to help you get the best value available. Whether you're replacing one appliance or starting fresh, visit our friends at Coleman Appliance in Jefferson City and let their local team help you find the right fit for your home. A couple of quick hits before we get out of here. Cyclosporiasis, that parasite that we just can't stop talking about. We now have local numbers. Cole County has reported 22 cases of it, while Boone County has reported 104. That's up 10 cases in Cole County and 98 in Boone County last week. Statewide, Missouri has over 1,500 cases. The outbreak has been linked to contaminated iceberg lettuce. Health officials say symptoms include watery diarrhea, loss of appetite, stomach cramps, nausea, fatigue, and low-grade fever. Sounds like a really bad version of the flu or food poisoning. So probably not the update anybody wanted about their produce, but there it is. Please, stay aware about that. It doesn't sound like it's going away. And finally, prep sports are almost back, which means very soon we're going to need to bring the News Tribune sports writers back onto another NT Daily Special Sports Edition episode. Our sports team is already rolling out its preseason football coverage, including a look this week in the paper at the Helias Crusaders. Helias is coming off an 11-1 season and a Class 6 district championship, but the Crusaders lost a lot of starters from last year's teams. Senior wide receiver Jordan Sykes returns after leading Helias in catches and receiving yards and touchdowns last season, while senior Brian Carden takes over at quarterback after spending the last 2 seasons as a backup. The Crusaders have their blue and gold scrimmage Saturday morning, then a jamboree against Blair Oaks and Rockbridge on August 21st before opening the regular season August 28th at Hannibal. Football weather may not quite be here yet, but football season definitely is. So once the games start, we'll get Tom and the rest of the sports crew back on the NT Daily to tell us what we actually need to know. And that is the NT Daily for Thursday. We are getting to a really busy couple of weeks around Jeff City. The Missouri State Fair is next week, and we may even be bringing NT Daily to you from the fair at some point. We're still working through the schedule, so stay tuned, but expect me to be in Sedalia melting at some point next week on your screen. And looking a little further ahead, August 22nd, next weekend, is packed with events around Jefferson City, including Battle of the Brews, so we'll have plenty more on that next week. And you can find today's stories and more coverage at newstribune.com. As always, reach out to us, but have a great weekend, and we will see you again on Monday.